Look, I'm going to be completely honest about this. I thought what Wizards owner Sheila Johnson said about Caitlin Clark came off as racist.
Skip Bayless has completely lost his cool over the WNBA and Caitlin Clark's critics. The iconic journalist and commentator is pulling no punches.
Johnson said, and I quote, "There's so much talent out there that's unrecognized, and I don't think we can pin it on just one player."
Now here's the real twist. Bayless wasn't always waving the flag for Clark. In fact, he was one of her loudest critics not too long ago. Surprised? You're not alone. So what changed? How did he go from being her doubter to becoming one of her most vocal supporters? And why does the WNBA seem to be treating her success like it's a thorn in their side?
Girl was the best thing that ever happened to the WNBA. She's already the most exciting and entertaining player in the league, the entire league, the one you can't take your eyes off of.
Instead of celebration, the announcement sparked a wildfire of drama that's still smoldering in the sports world. You'd assume the first ever WNBA player to grab this prestigious title would get nothing but love. Enter Sheila Johnson, co-owner of the Washington Mystics, who wasn't shy about throwing some serious shade.
It's just not Caitlin Clark, it's Reese. We have so much talent out there that has been unrecognized.
She doubled down, saying this laser focus on Clark might ruffle some serious feathers among other players in the league.
Caitlin some flowers, because she never gives her any flowers in interviews for sure, but no way should Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark alone be on the cover of Time, or so Sheila indicated.
Sheila Johnson didn't stop at just criticizing Time's decision. She went a step further and added a layer of racial tension to the mix. She voiced concerns that players of color, who she believes are just as talented, don't get the same level of spotlight as Caitlin Clark.
Well, I want to be very diplomatic about this. It's just the structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented.
In her view, the way the media handles race in sports only makes things worse.
People, black people, all kinds of people were talking about and watching women's basketball. The skinny white girl.
Imagine being hesitant to praise someone who's clearly brilliant. That's the awkward spot Skip Bayless found himself in with Caitlin Clark. At first, he wasn't sold on her hype. He saw her as just another promising name in women's basketball, nothing more. But then, something shifted. Watching her play, he couldn't ignore her raw talent anymore. It was like a light bulb went off in his head. This wasn't just a rising star. Clark was the real deal, and Bayless couldn't stay silent about it any longer. As Caitlin Clark kept dazzling on the court, Bayless found himself unable to stay quiet any longer. It hit him like a ton of bricks. This wasn't just an ordinary player. This was someone transforming the game entirely. The realization turned his skepticism into outright admiration. Clark wasn't just talented, she was in a league of her own. Bayless didn't mince words when he said, that skinny white girl was the best thing that ever happened to the WNBA. He stopped seeing her through the lens of the ongoing racial debates and started recognizing the massive impact she was having on the league as a whole. Her presence wasn't just about her. It was a turning point for women's basketball. So, when Sheila Johnson took a shot at Clark's Time Athlete of the Year award, Bayless wasn't having any of it. He clapped back, calling Johnson's comments blatantly racist. How much has Clark really changed the game for the WNBA? Well, the stats might leave even her toughest critics gobsmacked. Take attendance, for instance. Clark's team, the Indiana Fever, smashed records by pulling in nearly 350,000 fans at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in a single season. That's not just a slight bump in numbers. It's like the league has found its secret sauce to draw the crowds. Fans aren't just watching her highlights, they're lining up in droves to witness her magic in person. But let's be clear, Clark isn't just a ticket seller. On the court, she's been rewriting the WNBA's history books. In her rookie season alone, she averaged a jaw-dropping 19.2 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 8.4 assists per game, all while smashing 62 records. Yes, you read that right, 62. She didn't just play like a rookie, she showed up like she'd been dominating the league for years. Her standout season earned her a spot on the All-WNBA first team, the first rookie to do so since 2008, and of course, the Rookie of the Year award. The WNBA is riding high on this wave of excitement, and Clark is undoubtedly one of the biggest reasons for it. In fact, Morning Consult named the WNBA the fastest-growing brand of 2024, a title that Clark's popularity helped secure. But here's the kicker. Not everyone is celebrating. Some players and fans believe Clark's massive spotlight is casting a shadow over other talented athletes, especially the veterans who've been grinding for years to build the league's foundation. But here's the tricky part. This isn't just about bruised egos. The racial undertones in this debate add another layer of complexity. One thing is crystal clear. Caitlin Clark has brought something new to the WNBA. She's drawing fans, breaking records, and sparking conversations that can't be ignored. For the league to thrive, it needs to focus on delivering what fans want: great basketball, without getting caught up in off-court drama. It's a tall order, no doubt, but it's one that could shape the WNBA for years to come. So here's the big question. Can the WNBA rise to the occasion and turn this moment into a lasting legacy? Only time will tell.